You know what's really hard? Talking to the camera. Is it hard for you? Because sometimes it's hard for me. Sometimes I get nervous. Sometimes I feel awkward. Sometimes I feel like somebody's going to judge me for tripping over my words and stutter a little bit, or sometimes I get lost and ramble a little bit. Sometimes, things don't really make sense because you feel like you need to talk because it's recording. And if you mess up, then it's not really going to work. But what if showing up as yourself and just speaking the way that you would to your mom, your friend, me sitting down at a coffee shop? What if showing up in that exact manner is exactly what's going to separate you from everyone else? We all get in this mindset of feeling like we need to be perfect, that we need to speak in a very specific way because that is what's going to perform, that is what's going to work, that is the right way of doing things. But what if doing the right way or doing what is perfect is exactly what's hurting you and stopping you from standing out in such a saturated space, especially on social media? Hey, how's it going? I'm Mikey Olexy, and today I wanted to talk about how you can talk to the camera. It seems pretty self-explanatory. You just set up the camera, press record, and start talking. But it could be really daunting. It could be really nerve-wracking. It can make you feel nervous. You can feel like you're not really yourself because you feel like you have to perform. You need to, present yourself in a way that's going to make you feel liked. You can feel like, oh shoot, like time's ticking, it's recording and I can't mess this up. So I'm going to have a million takes after this because there are going to be mistakes. But it's okay to trip over your words. It's okay to, stutter sometimes. Even right there, tripped over my words. It's okay. Everyone does it, And to start this off, I wanted to say at one point, I was not myself when I would speak to the camera. I was not fully authentic. Why? Because I was told through so many videos when I wanted to know how to speak to a camera that you need to be enthusiastic and you need to show up in a way that's going to make you be liked in. And nobody wants to listen to somebody on camera that just talks like this. Because everybody wants to feel like they're, escaping reality from the hardships of life. And you're going to help them feel happy and, joyous and whatever. But that's not me. I don't talk like that. I don't talk like that to my mom. I don't talk like that to my friends. I don't talk like that to my wife. This is how I talk. And I just reached a point where I was like, take it or leave it. This is me. So let's get into it and go over how you could talk to the camera. Starting off with understanding that it takes time. You got to practice. It's a skill to develop. Why? Because we don't naturally talk to objects. We as people talk to people. Or if you have pets, you talk to your pets. I mean, I do. I have a cat. His name is Bjorn. And when he's up loving up on me, I'm like, oh man, I love you so much, buddy. And the reason why is because that you're used to getting these type of reactions out of like people. You can see from the body language. You can see you connect with eye contact and the list goes on. So it's really easy to be able to do that with other people or your pets. Because of those things, you don't get that with a camera. You're not getting that from the person that you're talking to on the other side of the screen. And this takes time. I can't tell you how many times it has taken me to get a video done because I would sit and record, mess up, delete, sit, record, mess up, delete. And it was like practice. That's all that is, And speaking of practice, you don't even need to record anything. You could just sit and talk to your camera, And I know that some insecurities might come up, and if there are other people in the house or what have you, you can wait till other people go to bed if you want, if you're really, that insecure about it. But it's okay because sometimes, even when I'm sitting here and I'm talking, I'm making videos and stuff, my wife will be in the other room and I'm like, oh shoot, man, like, is she sitting here like making fun of me? Is she sitting here like making fun of me for tripping over my words, or that I'm talking to a camera, or I'm stuttering sometimes, or what does she really think of me? But in reality, she's just in her other world. She's just in there in her own world, and most people are. So you don't even really need to start recording. You could just sit and talk to the camera. Another thing that you could do is you can record, analyze, and remove. What do I mean by this? Well, you can record a video and then analyze what is you and what isn't as you're talking to the camera, and then remove the parts that are not you, because you want to be as authentic as possible. You don't want to be performing or presenting. I mean, unless you're like entertaining, that's different. But if you're looking to create authentic content with an authentic connection. You don't want to be presenting, because when you are presenting, you are not talking, somebody else is. And when you are genuinely authentic, you are going to be able to build trust, because people can trust you because you are being real. You are not faking, you know, and that builds genuine connection. Look at the people like David Goggins, you know, he even says, I'm a nobody, you know, but he is so genuine and authentic and real that people resonate and relate because of how real he is. And that makes you connected to him. That's why I'm so connected to him. You know, I relate so much to his story in so many different ways. You know, maybe it's not the same exact story, but I relate to it in so many different ways that I feel connected to that because it's authentic, you know, it's not fake. And that's what's going to separate you from everybody else. Please do know that it is okay that if your mind starts to wander when you're looking at the camera, because it happens to me all the time. I'll be looking at the lens, and then before you know it, like, I'm thinking about something else, and then we start to get off topic a little bit. And how I combat this is I have a little thing of notes, some bullet points of what I'm looking to talk about. Some people will just full on script something out. It doesn't really work for me, because then I feel like I have to read every single word as I script it out. And the bullet points just help me. You could do that like that if you're sitting and talking to a camera in, you know, home office or studio or whatever. Or you can write some stuff down in your phone if you're out vlogging for little notes to keep things on topic with that. Or you can just carry around a little pocket notebook, because that's fun too. See that? I'm not perfect. I trip over my words sometimes. Sometimes I have to pause because I'm going to think about what I'm going to say before I say it. And then what I do say doesn't actually come out the way that I thought it. And sometimes I need to stay in line with some bullet points because ADHD is a thing. But that's what makes me authentic to myself. That's what makes me real. And I get it. It's hard to be authentic sometimes, but it's so crucial, because we as people don't connect with perfect. We connect with people. But that's it for me today, folks. I hope that you learned how to talk to the camera, or at least helped you learn how you could talk better to a camera, or maybe learned a thing or two that can maybe be a little bit more authentic. So yeah, I say this in almost every video now. I have a newsletter that I'm building. If you want, you can go down and join the wait list. It's in the description below. And of course, you know the drill. I'm not going to say it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.